Hello everyone, it's been a while since I last returned to the game DC Dark Legion. I held off on making this video until I managed to get a 5 White Star Deathstroke with all his skills unlocked. This video is a build guide to help you
Deathstroke
make
is here,
Deathstroke as strong as
so bring the
possible.
body
The
bags.
build here is focused on the 5 White Star version, but honestly, my recommendation is to aim for 5 purple stars or higher. I'll explain why later on. In this video, we'll cover key topics such as stars, skills, legacy, force, and the best combos to support Deathstroke effectively. Let's start by talking about stars. The reason you need him to have more than 5
Deathstroke is
white
here,
stars is because
so bring the
Deathstroke
body
jumps
bags.
straight to the enemy with the highest damage output. Most of the time, that's a ranged unit with low HP and high vulnerability. However, if the enemy team has 2 high damage ranged attackers, your Deathstroke might get taken down quickly, since both ranged enemies will focus their attacks on him. This can completely ruin your strategy. That's why it's important for him to have higher star levels, to survive longer and deal more damage. With more stars, he can eliminate enemies faster and break through the enemy formation more effectively. Now let's talk about his skills. Skill 1 is the one I value the most. It's the core of what disrupts the enemy formation. Deathstroke jumps behind the enemy with the highest damage and slashes them. But this is also his weakness. If he's not strong enough or doesn't have good team support, he can be taken down quickly, which will throw your whole team into disarray. Skill 2 works best when paired with a Legion of Doom team, as it boosts his damage. This synergy is quite useful for him. However, there's a drawback. Most Mythic Legion of Doom heroes boost spiritual damage, not the type Deathstroke relies on. That's a big disadvantage for him. Skill 3 is his ultimate. It deals massive damage to a single target, roughly double the damage of Skill 1. If you have at least 3 Legion of Doom heroes on the team, you can use the ultimate more quickly thanks to their passive bonus energy gain. Skill 4 allows him to self-heal. While the healing amount isn't huge, it's enough to help him stay alive until his teammates can support him. This is another reason he needs more stars. When his stars are maxed, this skill makes him incredibly hard to kill, as he recovers 15% of lost HP every 2 seconds. Skill 5 is a team buff that increases HP for the whole team and also boosts dodge rate for assassin-type allies, helping them survive longer. At the end of the video, I'll also test him out in a real team so you can see how he performs. But for now, let's move on to legacies. The first legacy is his exclusive legacy, which unlocks 2 skills. Its base stats focus on ATK and crit DMG. Both are very important for Deathstroke because they help him finish off enemies as quickly as possible. The first skill grants him bonus attack and healing for 10 seconds if he defeats an enemy with his ultimate. This is very useful. He needs to survive and deal high damage. With this 10-second buff, he can potentially take out another high damage enemy right after. The second skill complements the first one well. When using his ultimate, if the enemy is below 50% HP, he gains physical armor penetration for 10 seconds. This increases his damage output even more, making it easier to secure kills. However, if you only have a 5 White Star Deathstroke, I don't recommend getting this weapon yet. You'll probably be disappointed. It really only becomes effective at 5 purple stars or higher. The second legacy you can consider is T-Sphere. It also provides ATK and crit DMG as base stats, and its skill boosts crit rate, perfect for Deathstroke, helping him eliminate enemies quickly. The third legacy you can make use of is Tectonic. While its skill doesn't benefit Deathstroke much, it still boosts ATK and crit in its base stats, so it's usable if you don't have the others. Personally, I think it suits Deadshot better since it reduces enemy healing. If you don't have any mythic legacies, you can go with the legendary legacy Gas Derringer. It also provides ATK and crit as base stats. As for the force section, if you have plenty of AC, just go ahead and max out all the stats. But if your AC is limited, focus on ATK and physical pen first. If you have a little extra, you can put some points into crit rate. However, make sure to max out skill 2. It boosts Deathstroke's own attack, which is crucial. Your main goal is to take down the enemy's strongest attacker, and that alone can give you a huge advantage. especially against enemies like Joker, Constantine, or Sinestro. As for the other skills, just put 1 point into each, mainly to unlock the attack boost slots. As for heroes that pair well with Deathstroke, you've got several great options. Cyborg reduces enemy armor by 10%, helping Deathstroke deal more damage. Dr. Fate increases survivability, keeping Deathstroke alive longer. Vixen boosts attack power, great for enhancing burst damage. Killer Croc lowers the enemy's physical defense, making them easier to finish off. Zatanna increases both attack and defense for the whole team. Batgirl boosts crit rate, which synergizes perfectly with Deathstroke's playstyle. Nightwing is also an excellent combo partner. Both of them can jump to the enemy backline. Nightwing targets the one with the lowest HP, while Deathstroke goes after the one with the highest ATK. In most cases, that's the same target, since high damage ranged units usually have low HP. In that sense, these two are practically made to work together. The best team I recommend for faction synergy with Deathstroke includes Poison Ivy, Joker, Scarecrow, and Sinestro. This lineup combines two major factions, Arkham and Legion of Doom, and they support each other quite well. However, the biggest drawback of this team is the lack of a proper tank. Since Deathstroke jumps to the enemy backline, Scarecrow will have to handle both of the enemy's frontline attackers. The thing is, Scarecrow only becomes hard to kill after surviving for over 10 seconds. If the enemy has someone like Superman, there's a good chance Scarecrow won't last long enough. See? Deathstroke was taken down way too fast. That's exactly why I said he needs more stars to truly shine. As for the previous team, the loss happened partly because my Sinestro doesn't have enough stars, and I benched my Superman, who's currently the strongest on my roster. That's why we lost so easily. Now let's try again with a new team: Superman, Joker, Poison Ivy, Scarecrow, and Deathstroke. I'm not sure if this setup will secure a win, but I believe it'll at least last a bit longer than the previous one.
Call me Mother Nature.
Time to fly. Time to collect some payment.
We won right away. Thanks to Superman joining the fight, the enemies focused their attacks on him and Scarecrow, giving Deathstroke enough time to take down the enemy's Penguin. It was a close call though, he almost got defeated, but Poison Ivy healed just in time to save him. That's why I keep saying you really need to level up his stars to make him truly effective. That's the end of the video. See you in the next one. If there's any other hero you'd like me to cover, feel free to comment below. And if there's anything in this video that didn't meet your expectations, just let me know so I can improve. Everyone makes mistakes, and I'm always open to feedback. I hope this guide was helpful. Please subscribe to the channel to support me. Thanks, and see you next time.